Greetings and salutations, this is Jason Silverain, and welcome to my least favourite level on Karate Survivor. This is the construction site, and the reason it's my least favourite is just disappointment, really. There's a few cool things in it, but mostly, it's not a fun layout. Most of the items are pretty basic. I hate the fact it took me so long to unlock that, but as you can see, it's practically useless. Look at that! I was aiming at that guy, he just walked out the way before the animation was done. And if you're doing that at a mob, just standing next to these people will get you killed. So, let's have a look. I have bleeding here, with a little bit of range, which isn't bad. So what it comes down to is, do I want to start making a pattern? Or do I go stuff it and just grab that, which does a load more damage? You know, I'm gonna go for... I do kind of want to just not the old blues again, but... There we go. Sorted. And we're gonna go for the XP. I'll save that for later. That essentially lets you do the hurricane kick from Street Fighter for a few seconds. Quite handy. But honestly, it doesn't last long enough. And I don't know, there's something about it where it doesn't really have any kick. The kick doesn't really have any impact, like knockback or anything. So it just feels really janky. I'll take that 7%. Knocks us up to 10% crit chance. I really need to take strike damage. So honestly, Blade is doing the business. Oof, getting hit quite a bit, but that's still quite good. The uppercut, it's just crits. I wasn't planning for this. I wanted to have like a different, either all yellows or like blue and reds. Here we go. This is what I was waiting for. More XP, of all those options, they're all rubbish. For me right now, anyway. We'll take a regen just for the long term. Oh, crap. Again, no special music, nothing. If it had at least something to indicate when it was going to wear off, that would be nice. Now, here we go. We're going to have some fun stuff. I could go into Axe. Axe does a load of damage. Or do I go for Mantis Tag? Then would also put me to Mantis Tag. I'm going to go for Axe. Oh, it's just... Why are you doing this? I've been literally playing this for hours the last few days. And yet, I have not had my runs do this at all. I have not had them give me stuff in order. They've been giving me random, like, absolutely random junk frequently. So I don't know if I've sort of hit some sort of God Seed RNG or what. Oh, this is like the most disappointing thing. It does loads of damage, but when I saw the motorcycles in the previous levels, reroll, and when they fly forward, I thought this was going to go forward and run people over, and I thought that was going to be amazing. It's like, yes! Strike range. As much as I want that level up, I need a strike range first. But no, it's just you drop rocks on them. Just thinking more of how you can improve this game. Do I reroll? I'll take Strong Strike for now. It's not terrible. It's not brilliant, but it's not terrible. I really want the yellows, though. But game does... You just go with what the game gives you. Strike, damage, greed. I'm happy to struggle for a bit. But yeah, I think most of the environmental objects in this area are kind of just disappointing. It's fun when you throw helmets and stuff, but most of it is these cans, throwing the occasional brick, Like, no one ever walks into that, and it doesn't last long enough. In fact, I've seen enemies walk into it and take no damage. We will go for the critical strike chance. So you've got enemies literally throwing grenades at you, and you cannot do the same. There we go. That didn't even kill any of them. Oh dear. Let's level up Axe. I'm still really surprised how fast the boss went down last time. Environmental object damage could be very useful on this level, but reroll. Toughness is actually half decent. I should have taken that, really. You know, I'm going to take a look. I'm going to take the look. If the game keeps throwing noodles at us, it doesn't matter how bad we are. I'll take that 5% dodge chance, thank you. I'm just going to check something. I did actually level up luck. So luck's now 25. We can probably not bother with any more luck. So we've got a reasonable crit chance. We could do with some more crit damage. Regeneration is reasonably good. 0.15 is when it gets like silly. It's like imagine it like 0.6 right now. Watch that HP bar go up. H bar. What am I on today? So probably I'm full of sugar. I've been trying to experiment with some cooking to minimize. Ooh, nice! I actually hit someone with all that for once. Yes. To minimize the amount of like junk I've been taking in. I've had a really simple recipe, which involves getting reduced to clear bananas from my local corner shop, and then it's just mash them, the whole lot, all 5 of them, and then for every banana you've put in, you add in just either 50 grams of self-raising flour, and mix them up. Put them in the oven for about 30 minutes. Ooh, all of these are really good. God damn it. I'm taking the chance. I'm going to take the chance, put that up. And there you go. You have banana bread. It's literally flour and bananas. I'm pretty certain that's going to be one of your 5 a day. The other alternative is to go half oats, or 3/4 oats of 1 1/4 flour. I've been doing some experimentation just to sort of see how it comes out. I'm going to go with the healing. And you end up with something that's like one of those flapjack breakfast bars. It's extremely tasty. And what's this got to do with martial arts and 80s movies? Absolutely nothing. But I wanted just to share. I don't think I've been playing any more cooking games for a little while. I could go back to the Chocolate Factory one, but honestly, that game triggers my RSI, you know, really badly. And I just wasn't enjoying it. Not very much at all. It was just a shame because it's a beautiful game. It's just, gameplay loop-wise, it's tedious and repetitive. Just not a Chocolate Factory. You are essentially a specialist. Num 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 num. Give me noodles. I'm gonna take the dodge chance, which then knocks us up to 16%. Good to know. If I can get up to around 30, that would be ideal. But of course, we always want to focus on damage as well. I mean, we saw what happened last time when I focused on damage. The boss appeared and then swiftly just went splat. And the boss for this level is very different from what you'd expect. The boss, you'd think for the construction yard, is a physical brute. Not in this case. The boss actually, while looking like a brute boss, resembles more like a trickster boss, where they use mines and various other like abilities to try and limit your movements, and then do like a powerful melee attack at you. that was a good swing. It was a very good kick there. Let's just increase the strike range. Because that's the one problem with the current moves I have right now. Their range is a bit poor. Okay. I kind of like Dragon Kick. We're doing that. This is all fine. Experience plus 10. Go on. Game wants to just throw experience points at me. I will allow it to do so. Now, do I have enough oomph to take you guys down? I do not. Which, this may have screwed me slightly. And grenades being thrown at me. Here we go. I've kind of gone all in. This is possibly a bad idea. But I really want to down that person. Let's go with a dodge. That'll put us with 21% dodge. Okay, come on. Give me your XP. Great. It didn't even give me that much, but... It's... Oh, it was like an eighth of a level they were dropping. So it's much more than a regular foe. So if I can farm this while the enemies are still weak... Oh, I'm trying to see where the Grenadier person is. Figure out where they're hiding. Damage, movement speed. Pick the movement speed. I'll need it to get out of here alive. Fine, I'll take a few of those hits. That's fine by me. More crit chance. What are we up to now? 38%. I still have no crit improvements. Oh, come on, game. This is silly. This is so silly. I don't want to level up the strong strike. I was going to get rid of it. Oh, you know what? Fine. Fine. This is... Game always does this to me. I mentioned this in one of the other videos. The game picks the one move I'm planning on getting rid of and goes, sunken cost fallacy, we're throwing that at you. We're going to make you level it up because there's nothing else in your list that was any good. Strike range will very much help me here. This is so dumb. This is so dumb. And also I spotted our annoying little friend with the grenades down at the bottom there. Think you can hide from me, do you? Hello. There we go. Environmental object range then. Absolutely useless, but all of those were. See, that's... Oh, that's just frustrating. Okay, I'm gonna pick you. We're getting rid of you. Yes. We're gonna go here. And we should have a bit of fun. Oh, apologies there. I had a quick break because I had a very brief sneezing fit. I don't think you want to be hearing that down the mic. Okay, come on. I promise I will come out of this corner at some point. I am actually surprised the game has not punished me so far. It's really trying, I think. You know, we'll go for that look. We'll just go for that look. Because normally it would have just thrown about like 4 or 5 people with knife throwers at me. And maybe in 2 of those grenade guys. It might because it's within the first 10 minutes. It's not done that yet. Oh, fuck. Those guys are annoying though. I just don't quite have the oomph to knock them back. There we go. I think I'm going to leave. I think that's enough of them. Let's find the rest of these vinyls. Oh my. Oh god, the dynamite thrower. I'm kind of annoyed at myself, though. I didn't want to do another blue combo. I wanted to go into a different colour, but we just weren't given the option. Yeah, this game, it was nowhere near that. I was going to say, you use what you get given. Fun thing is, it's practically the same combo as before as well, I'm certain. What do you know, the other one was like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is 2, 3, 4, 5. With a 9 and a 19, but... Oh my god, no! Stabber, no stabbing. There we go. Oh. But... in spite of all my complaints, it works. It is working really well. Wow. Bugger. Alright. I still can't do enough damage to kind of get rid of you quickly, though. Yeah, I'm not going to bother this time. I've already had my attempt at getting loads of XP out of you. Yes! What is going on with this shotgun aiming? Wow, that was a... animation for that was properly broken a bit. Oh, oh, sorry. Sorry. Just flinging that cement mixer into her face was just so gratifying. Couldn't help but laugh. Come on. Come on. You need to step up. I was going to say that, or if they beat me, they need to reach new heights. Ah. Trying to make the best of a bad pun. There we go. The can you dig it jokes would have even also, again, bit too bad even for my tastes. So what I need to do is get out this corner. It's a defense. Damn it! It's a defense one. I remember what I said about them, you not having to really care about how many enemies are still in this as long as you're running it long enough. Let's do the health regen. There we go. Nice, easy giveaway, practically. More luck. More luck. I'm wondering, maybe that's it. Maybe the reason I've been getting all the numbers in a row is because I've got the luck upgrades and I've just got really high luck. So it starts trying to give you things that will match your combos. Huh. I don't know if that's right or not, but it's a possibility. I've started noticing the habit of, you know, in the selection since I got the luck upgrades. Useless. This is worthless. Boom! Fantastic stuff. 40%! Oh. Oh my. I think the boss is going to vanish again. Well, it's for all my statement about the lack of there we go, and then again. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Need to you. They speed up the enemies. There we go. Good stuff. Game's clearly decided that I have already beaten 10 of those guys, and it's just only just remembering. But oh, I completely lost my train of thought with everything that just happened. So yes, security guards increase the speed of the enemies around them. I'm honestly surprised there wasn't more variations of buff style enemies like that. They just don't seem to come up. It would be interesting to see the one that would have increased damage or something. Let me find a few more. Aha, yes, yes. This way, this way. This way, my friends. There we go. Let's drop a load of bricks on them. I think it's time for more Shovel Knight impressions. Okay, we go full on Streets of Rage. There we go, and then into the pistol. No, that's the angle I wanted. Excellent. Again, thank you. No. More. Look, you know, I'm actually going to take the weapon damage since I am using quite a few weapons on this level. Thank you. There we go. I had to actually think for a second to not get ambushed. I'm trying to. I actually am trying to think where some of the more interesting things on this level are, but there's not that much. Not that much. We've already seen most of it. We've seen the diggers. We've seen the electric pools. I've had the explosives, and I've dropped things on people from a crane. There we go. See, and what I went over in the reviews, this game kind of lacks that oomph, that level up oomph, and what am I going to unlock now feel that similar Survivor games have. And I'm just going over it in my head how this could be changed, and I think it's just, unfortunately, leveling up moves isn't actually very exciting. Because, yes, you get these little fireballs and stuff. What-to-do? Fireballs change colour depending on how many levels you're in, so eventually you get purple. And you can, you know, get them up to quite a high level and have them affect huge areas, which can look impressive. Though I have found a fun thing with increasing range, as eventually some moves will have a minimum range with those effects. Like that little blast will sometimes go through enemies and hit the ones behind them. Because it's so big, it's not hitting the enemies at the end of your foot anymore. But it's not like you can have variations on it. Each of these cards has a set. Once you level me up so far, this is the power you get for it. So how can you make leveling up, from a game design point of view, more exciting? I mean, bigger numbers are always nice. I mean, that's what we mostly play these games for, isn't it? This is still a game where it's all about the combos and figuring out the absolute brokenness you can make. But you're actually dissuaded from experimenting because of the power-up system. You want all of your things to be in a combo and in like set moves. You want all your fighting style to be of one style. So you're telling the player, don't experiment, have this very particular build depending on what you started with. So what do you do? How do you get that thrill back? And again, I honestly think having some alternative characters with some alternative powers is the way to go with this. Or introducing that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the sequential upgrades have more of an effect when they're, especially if they're different colours. Or, let's say different colours, different fighting styles. And that mixing certain fighting styles would have a, you know, interesting effect. Or the ability to combine moves or something. Again, I don't think we're going to see any of this, because it would require a fundamental change to how the game is designed and how it plays. And I don't think the devs are going to go back and go that far back. I think we're in bug fixing only territory. Especially when they were so hostile into making changes the first time, when there was community backlash and confusion. But if you were designing a game, you good day viewer, if you look at the mechanics of this, what would you keep? What would you get rid of? What would you change to make kind of an 80s action movie style, you know, survivor game? Which wasn't a shooter, mind you. This is supposed to be martial arts. Now, I'm also thinking giving the enemies certain types of weapons and things to give them weird attack patterns. Because ultimately, practically everything in the game boils down to the same few things at the moment. Like, anything that looks remotely like a spear or a polearm is you spin around and hit people with it and stab them with it. Anything that's any item that's on the side that's not one of those, it is thrown at it. Anything that was a sort of terrain item, well, that's a kickable or a pushable. Or alternatively, it's something you can roll over and do a very weak kick. Which leads to repetitive gameplay. So, I'm genuinely wondering, how do we improve this? And I will confess, it's using more of my brain power than it is actually playing the game. Oh, okay. Also, one thing I did realise, can you even hear this? I've been talking about the music and stuff, but it sounds alright for me, but usually if I'm recording and talking to you all, I usually have to make the music louder so you can all hear it. So apologies in the last few videos if it was too quiet and you could barely hear it out. There we go. He's got some decent HP. I'm going to let him survive for a little while longer. I'll try to. This is his big attack. Oh my god, that bleed damage. That bleed damage is crazy. You know, I might not even have to hit him. That was an intent. See, he drops mines and he does this big hit, and then he goes after you with a circular saw. At which point you get a big flood of enemies coming after you. Oh, he's not invulnerable during this move. Interesting. Most enemies are invulnerable during their sort of super moves. And you're down. One more to go. And then I unlock Master Mode, which I will save for another time.